Well, I think the fall was a very rich time for us. We had a lot of new faces. We had Jonathan Perlman, who was a transfer, who will now be a junior, who's been an outstanding player in the league before. Casey McMaster has come in as a very highly touted freshman who's 6'6" and has a serve to go with it. So we were curious to see how the kids would stack up against the new kids and how our returning players were faring in their games. Well, he's seasoned now. He's been through a lot of wars, and he's now one of the leaders on the team. When as a freshman he had really good leaders in front of him. In the past, he's been loaded with talent, but I think this year we're seeing a little bit more maturity in terms of just handle the situation at hand, and he's had some much better results this fall. He's a very dynamic figure, so he's kind of fun for people to watch. He's got great enthusiasm. He's just quick as lightning. We're looking at maybe Christo Schultz, who was spotty at times last year. He may become a real threat in the league this year. He's got a very big game. His game's improving. There's sort of no telling what he might be able to do. We just don't know how fast he's going to come along. Alistair did a great job. He went through a tough sort of end of season, and he's gotten stronger. His serve's bigger, his volley's better, backhand's better. His competitiveness is just always there. He's a guy that will just go out and he will just skin his knees and just run till there's no more running to do. Josh Chan. Josh played high for us last year. He played anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 last year. He's had a little back sprain, but if he gets back and healthy, he's a very formidable competitor for us. Will McNamee, coming back from surgery, very tough, one of the biggest forehands around. We haven't seen him at full strength this year, but if he does and he starts to get some match base, he could be just another tough person in there that's going to make everybody else better. Davis Mangum, who was hurt a lot last year, he's come back. I think he's playing better than ever now, and we hope that he gets some matches in. He's certainly pushing everybody. Well, I think John Perlman, we were just trying to get used to understand his game before we made a lot of suggestions. So I think that he's a very strong, seasoned competitor, and if he can help us out somewhere in the upper half of our lineup, it would be a big plus to us. Casey McMaster came in, did what every freshman did, and was nervous beyond belief in his first matches, and then by the regionals, he came in and he got to, I think, the round of 16s. He's got a very big game. He's stabilizing. He's a good student of the game. He's not afraid to work. And the other person, Mac McAnulty, hey, Mac was a walk-on 2 years ago. So that's a story we just love. And Mac, with every year, he's kept after it. He's gotten more serious about the game. He's more serious about his commitment. And he's now gotten so that he's a formidable opponent for people. Andy and Allie epitomize what it means to trust each other. They do things as a team. This guy goes here, this guy goes here, and it's just, you just know they're doing it. And I still think they can get better. I think Andy Wen is sort of starting to find his stride. If he starts to have a fire under him and he starts to return, he gets scary, and that's when they become capable of beating anybody. And I've actually started investing in tea leaves because I really don't know what the rest of our combinations should be. We've got a bunch of guys that are playing. Abba, Omadel Lucien, and Christo Schultz played very good doubles last year. Abba can play doubles well with anybody, so we're going to try to figure out what are the top 3 best teams that we can put out there. I think we can be very formidable at each of the positions. We have a great schedule coming in before the Ivies. We've got Northwestern, we've got Purdue coming in. Indiana's coming because we went out there last year. They're very good. So we're going to see a lot of good play. And then in the Ivies, wow. You had Brown, who was 0-8 last year in the Ivies, and they're probably the most improved team from where they were. Princeton, they've got 2 or 3 guys right up at the top of their lineup who are tough. Yale is probably as good or better than anyone. They're really tough, and we have to play them down there this year. Penn has got 1 or 2 guys who were injured last year at the top of their lineup. They're back in the lineup, and so that Princeton-Penn weekend will be a bear for us. So we're just trying to keep improving, knowing that we can't do anything about what they're doing, but we can handle what we do well. If we do that, then I think we're going to be one of the tough opponents in the league, and you never know what happens.